Well, hey there, friends of the undead. I'm here with Fred Schepartz, a local author and a creator of Vampire Cabbie. How you doing today?
Oh, fine. How are you?
I'm good. Pretty good for the shape I'm in. I want to thank you for coming down to the Bordello of Horror to talk to us.
Oh, well, this is really exciting. We're big fans of the show.
Well, you're the ones.
Yes.
I knew there was one or two out there.
Well, it reminds me of Creature Feature in Washington D.C. with Count Gore Duval.
Oh, did you grow up out there?
Yes, I did.
We're good friends with Count.
Yes,
He's
yes.
still doing it, and he was the first internet horror host.
Ah.
Yep.
And also, I remember him with the weekday afternoon cartoons. He was Captain 20.
Captain 20, and did you know that he was actually Bozo the Clown in D.C.?
I think I have heard that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an amazing man.
Yeah.
He really is. He's like 70-something. He's still kicking and doing it.
Yeah, I remember this one where he had in the studio like a couple Penthouse playmates, and he was trying, and he was saying, "I don't know which one of you I want to bite first."
Yeah, he's great. Did you know that he taught Bill Clinton how to do the electric boogaloo?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
he's a DJ out there. Yeah. But enough about Count Gore Duval.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Vampire Cabbie.
Vampire Cabbie.
How did you come up with the idea for this?
Well, I drive for Union Cab.
Okay.
And I've driven for Union Cab for quite a long time, and it was many years ago, and there was the old adage, write about what you know. So literally, I was in the taxi cab, and all of a sudden, boom, it hit me like, oh, a vampire cab driver. So I just started kind of thinking it through, and like, how does a vampire end up driving a taxi cab? So what happens is that the vampire that I created, his name is Al Farkas. He's 1,000 years old and fabulously wealthy, because vampires are always fabulously wealthy.
Except they don't work. How does that happen?
Yeah, well, they have hundreds of years to save up their money.
I guess.
Yeah, but what happens with Al is that in the stock market crash of 1987, he loses his vast fortune, and he has to get a job. And so he, the very last of his assets, he sells off and moves to Madison, Wisconsin, for a job that had been secured for him, working in a lab on campus at the UW.
The blood lab?
No, some kind of like arcane research.
Oh, okay.
But what happened was that he comes here to Madison, and only to find that the professor that he was going to work for had been murdered.
Oh.
So he's like stuck. He's stranded. He's desperate. He's here. He has no job, no money. So then all of a sudden he sees a cab drive by, and he's like, oh, I could drive a cab. So he applies for a job at a cab company called Co-op Cab, which is a worker-owned and operated, cooperatively run cab company, very much based on Union Cab. And so he gets a job there, and much merriment and hilarity and violence ensues.
Wow. I suppose if you're going to drive cab, do it overnight.
Yeah.
If you can't wake up during the day.
Yeah. Well, certainly, yeah, he's able to work the night shift, which helps. He doesn't work under a lot of direct supervision, which is helpful, because, for a vampire, being discovered is like your greatest fear.
Yeah. Well, I would hope he gets the cab fare before he kills them off. Right?
Oh, no. He doesn't kill off his passengers.
Oh, okay.
And actually he doesn't drink their blood, except there's one instance where he does, but it involves somebody who's extremely intoxicated and just was really getting annoying. So he just couldn't help himself, and he just reached over, pulled him up into the front seat, chomped down, and then let him drop into the back seat so he could sleep off the rest of the trip.
If you drink the blood of somebody that's drunk, do you get drunk yourself?
No. Like that happened on I think Love at First Bite with George Hamilton. I think he bit a wino, and he was drunk himself.
I think I seem to remember that.
Yeah. That was because I think he was feeling kind of upset and frustrated, and he turns to Artie Johnson and he says, "I'm gonna go out for a bite." But no, in this case, no, it doesn't affect him.
All right. So besides Vampire Cabbie, you've got some other short stories published?
Yes, actually, quite a number of short stories. Let's see. Well, I've got one that's due to be published sometime, and this is a straight up science fiction story. It involves first Earth colony outside of our solar system, and it's from a novel that I'm working on called Solidarity Moon, which involves a labor struggle on this Earth colony that actually starts. It actually starts with like a labor organizing drive at a taxi company. I get taxis, but in this case, this one involves. The story is called "Who'll Stop the Rain," and it's no. I'm sorry. No, When the Rain Comes. Wrong song title. My last book, like almost all the chapters were taken from song titles, so I'm getting like song titles confused in my head. No, but it's When the Rain Comes, based on the Beatles song, okay. And it's basically a neoliberal kind of hell. Where there's like absolutely no regulation, no government regulations. Business is free to do whatever they please. So people have to pay for water, and it's really, really expensive. So on the rare occasions when it rains and the rain really comes down, people run out and they collect the water, but that's actually illegal. So they have to do it all on the slide, and they have to do it really quickly before the private security shows up.
Paying for water, that's just miserable.
Yeah, but actually, I think it was in Ecuador or Bolivia where literally there was there was like some multinational that controlled the water, and so it was actually illegal for people to collect rainwater.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is. So that's one story. So that should be coming out hopefully sometime later this year in Tales of the Unanticipated. A couple other stories I had. There was one based on Shirley Jackson's The Lottery, where I don't think I can say the name of the title of the short story on live TV, but but it involves instead of rocks, the person who is chosen in the lottery, they get pelted with cow pies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You should try and sell that at the cow chip throw.
Yeah.
Yeah. People might be into that. So where can people go to see some of the published short stories that you've got?
Well, they're out there. I mean, I think actually I've had several short stories published in Tales of the Unanticipated. It's a print magazine, which is rare, which is more and more rare these days.
Yeah.
And that's published out of Minneapolis. So I think if you Google my name, Fred Schepartz, and then look under Tales of the Unanticipated, that would be a way that you could find some of my short stories. Those magazines can be ordered. And as far as Vampire Cabbie, probably your best bet is to go to Amazon to get that. And a little plug, actually, it's on special, the e-version for just a mere 99 cents.
Oh, wow.
And as far as Mobius, just go to mobiusmagazine.com. And it comes out quarterly. In fact, the next issue is coming out June 1st, which is this going to air before June 1st?
I don't know.
Well, the next one, well, it'll come out June 1st, so certainly the new one will be out there, and then the next one after that is September 1st. But that's fiction. That's fiction, poetry, and commentary.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, it's a literary magazine that I started way back in 1989.
Oh, and that's Mobius.com?
Mobiusmagazine.com.
All right, you've got one other novel that you got completed that you're trying to shop around.
Yes, that's right. And I describe it as it's called Guitar God.
Ooh.
And I describe it as a Jewish suburban rock and roll fantasy with a 1970s soundtrack.
You don't have Bradley Fish in there, do you?
No.
Oh, okay. He's kind of a 1970s
yeah.
guitar god of his own.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly. I mean, early 70s hard rock is totally in right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It'll never go away.
Yeah, well, I mean, new bands that are kind of doing that, and like punk bands that are like kind of like going off in that direction too.
Interesting. So they can go to Amazon, check out Vampire Cabbie. They can download it for 99 cents, right?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, they can, or order the hard copy for, I think it's $16.
Okay. And MobiusMagazine.com.
Yeah, MobiusMagazine.com.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to add today?
Let's see. Well, watch Bordello of Horror. Enjoy these fantastic movies.
Fantastic. You're funny.
No, we really enjoy them. I mean, I don't know where you find these films, but some of them are just really amazing.
Mostly on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just piece stuff together
Well,
half the time.
What was that one? Spider Babies?
Oh, Spider Baby.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a classic. That is a classic. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right, well, I want to thank you for joining us on the Bordello of Horror. Good luck in everything that you do.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.